Alrighty, I'm in my wood shop with my 03 Harley Sportster. I want to do a quick video on how to replace a ignition module. I've had this bike for a while and I've had problems for a while, and I've changed a lot of different things, but I've narrowed it down to this. So I think I've narrowed it down to the ignition module. The symptoms for my bike have been: it'll crank up fine, it'll run and idle fine while the bike is still cool. Once it gets to about 115 degrees, I found I start losing spark. So I'll crank it up and I'll let it idle, and I can make it a few blocks before right when I get on the throttle, it starts backfiring, loss of power, and it just is backfiring like crazy as it's like missing those sparks, and until it just shuts down. And once it's shut down, it's done until it cools back down. So based on what I've read and based on other people's experiences and the symptoms from their bikes, I'm pretty sure this is it. So I want to do a quick video on how to change your ignition module on a 2003 Sportster. Alright, if you come down here, this is the cam cover side of the bike. It's your brake. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have this cover right here, and there are those two holes. There's two rivets that go in there that you have to drill out. Once you drill, it's pretty easy. You just drill them out, and this will pop right off. This is your ignition module. You'll have a little indicator light right here. This will blink even if your ignition module is going out. This can still blink sometimes. Before you move these screws right here, what you want to do is you want to take a pen or a marker and mark where these two pins are, because what happens is this plate spins, this twists in here, and that determines what your timing. So you want to mark where this thing is, where the factory has placed it before you move it. And then you'll just get a wide screwdriver and take these two guys out. But make sure you know where it's at before you take this off. Alright, now this is pretty easy. Also, other thing to mention is if this is bad, sometimes you'll actually see this thing is like partially melted, or you'll be able to see damage. This isn't the case for this one, but you pull this back and sometimes you can see that this will be damaged, or this plate will be cracked. So once you pull that back, all you're gonna do, I originally thought that I needed to take off this cam cover to do this job. It's not the case. You'll see right here your wires to your ignition module go down here, and they come out back under here underneath this plate. You have to look under here and you'll see them where they come out. Alright, once you're under the bike, the wires to the cam, the wires to the ignition module come out right there where the tip of my finger is. I've already cut mine off, but that's where they are right there. But they'll come around, they'll come in right here, and then they'll go behind this back here, and they go all the way back here, and they clip into this clip back here that clips onto the frame back here where you change your oil. But that's the clip that it clips into. It's got looks like 6 pins go in it, but only 5 do. Now this is the piece I've already cut mine off. It's got to be cut to come out of this hole. You're going to end up cutting down here, and you're going to be pulling all this through here. But here's the old clip. You'll see down in there there's 5 pins. And then here's the new cam sensor, the brand new cam sensor, and it's got 5 pins. So you'll need to just transfer all these pins over to this piece right here. But don't do that until you've pulled this out. Don't do that until you pull this out and you run the new cam sensor back through there. Otherwise, you won't be able to get back in there. So that will be the next step. This is my new ignition module right here. These are the old wires. I've already cut them off. But what we're going to do is, I don't have another one of these clips, so I need to move all these new wires into this clip, and that's how we're going to do it. First thing you want to do is make note of where each wire goes. So you have pink, green, black, and you'll flip it over. On the other side you'll have purple, white, and white, black. And you have this plug over here on that side. But to get these out, you can't just pull up on them. They're in there. You can tug on them all you want to, but you're not getting them out. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look on the inside here, and you'll see that green tab. All right. So you see the green piece in here, and those are all your little pins right there. To get those pins out, you first need to get that green piece out, which comes out fairly easily. You just kind of get in there, and it just pops real easy. It comes on out. Now you can see your pins. So you keep that. You need to get in there. There's like 6 clips holding each one. I hope you can see that. There's a clip holding each one of those pins in there, and you just need to move each clip down this top row, move them down, and you'll be able to slide them right out. Alright, so I just got a small drill bit. You should see me be able to do this. You'll go in here, and this little tab right here, pull on that. Once you pull on that, that pin will slide out. Now my pin's gone. It'll slide right on out the back. Right there. Alright, so now we're ready to put the new ignition module in. This is the little hole that you're going to slide those wires down into. It comes out underneath this cover. That's it. Alright, finally got the new module in. It's running, wires running through here. Got the new wires out here. All I'm going to do now is transfer these back into the clip like I showed you earlier in the right order, and plug it in. And this is just the tip. I'm sure some of y'all already do this, but I take pictures of everything. You can see I've taken a picture of what the old clip used to look like, and now that I have the old clip right here, I have a picture to see which wires go into what spot, because I've photographed everything. So yeah, good documentation definitely helps. Photograph all the little pieces and parts, and it'll definitely help you out when it comes to putting it back together. Alright, got the new ignition module in. Our wires running through here, down at the bottom, into the original clip. Some of my pins coming out right there. All I like to do is plug it in and zip tie it back to the frame how it was originally. then crank her up. Well, no, I take that back. We gotta put this back in there and line it up. Then we can crank it up. Alright, we got my new ignition module in. Got it plugged in at the bottom. We're about to see if she cranks up. Make sure she's in neutral. All right. Just got back from a ride. Perfect. She ran awesome. The last time I rode, I ended up walking my bike back to the house from several blocks away. It's not a lot of fun. I just took her on a long ride, and seems to be the ignition module was the problem.